I'm Frankie Ward and this is the Weekly Riff Review, the show where I break down everything that happened this week in the world of LoL Esports, like Odoame finally winning his first Player of the Game award.
But...
Yes! Oh, this is amazing! You have won Player of the Game. Thank you so much.
This is horrible.
To make sure you never miss another Odoame Pog moment, don't forget to follow us at LoL Esports on Twitter. Last Wednesday, Faker played his 600th LCK game, the most of any player ever. It's crazy to think that Faker debuted almost 8 years ago. But what's even more crazy are his lifetime stats in the LCK. He has almost a 70% win rate in the LCK, winning his 400th game last Saturday. There's a reason Faker's considered the greatest player to touch League. But funnily enough, the biggest draw that night wasn't Faker's 600th game. It was actually the debut of T1 top lane rookie Zeus. To call Zeus' debut hype would be an understatement. Trusted names throughout the LCK have hyped this guy non-stop, leaving T1 fans eagerly awaiting his debut. Which is saying something considering T1's current top laner, Kana, is pretty dang good. And on Wednesday, just 3 days after Zeus turned 17, fans got their wish.
For Faker to have his 600th game opportunity is Zeus possibly in trouble here as Peanut's trying to lock him down. The Naba coming on through, really good game sense from Zeus to make sure that he can get towards Faker, who flashes in for his divine. Zeus is still alive and they're asleep.
First Ellen last year, then Gumayushi, and now Zeus. Where did T1 keep finding these young stars? It's feeling pretty festive over in the LPL. With the Lunar New Year quickly approaching, the LPL held their esports spring gala, which featured 3 marquee matches throughout the final day of play before the league's 2-week break. Headlining the event was none other than RNG versus IG, a storied rivalry between the two teams that kickstarted the LPL's global dominance in 2018. And like every time these two teams meet, this match was amazing, capping off an almost 9-hour broadcast with an intense 3-game series where gold leads, turrets and drakes meant surprisingly little. Instead, the two teams exchanged blows non-stop. In fact, if you took your eyes off the screen for a moment, you probably missed another team fight. The series seemed like it could go either way, up until the final moments, where RNG found a 4v5 team fight win thanks to a huge Gnar ult by Schalke.
Getting Ocean Soul for IG would be big. No, stolen again. Wei just comes into Xiao Hu, hits a 4-man ulti. Wink's gonna go down. The Shine rookie at the back of the pit, and RNG are hightailing it for a series win.
The LCS is back. I'm talking real matches with playoff implications. And as you'd expect, Cloud9 and 100 Thieves finished week 1 undefeated. Lock-in champs Team Liquid, on the other hand, just barely missed out on joining the first place club, dropping their opening match to Immortals, with their Twitter account becoming a revenge fan page after the rookie solo killed Alfari.
Passing by, if the timing works out with your jungler on one of those camps.
Ult comes in, second stun as well. Revenge really going for this one. Forest to burn the ulti, but he's gonna get dove! And Revenge!
Schalke did it! The boys in blue ended another undefeated record, beating Rogue last Friday thanks to a clutch Baron fight.
Nowhere near it, Broken Blade isn't here. Gideus tries to get in, there's a Cataclysm, Shockwave comes out as well, and the damage is huge. Magnet Storm doing a huge amount of work as Larson and Hunsummer try and get away, but Broken Blade's on the chase. Storm, Flash, Hextech Automation, Gilliam's still diving onto the backline as Killer Instinct comes out as well, and Neon is on the chase here as Broken Blade dives in once again.
Following their win, Schalke were called the Giant Slayers. But at this point, they might simply just be an LEC giant. They're tied for second in the standings with G2, ending week 3 on a 4-game win streak. Schalke's newest member, Broken Blade, has become a terror in the top lane, carrying team fights on Aatrox and Gangplank, a sight that has made the eyes of fans of his former team, TSM, go a tad misty.
The overreach, and then their comp can.
Oh, that's an overreach.
Broken Blade will get run down here. Yankos jumps in, gets caught up by the Darkened Blade, gets jumped on again.
Whoa!
Broken Blade! In a 1v2!
Can you believe that this team was 0-8 at one point last summer? Man, a miracle run sure changes a team. Are you a Fnatic fan still feeling like you've been backstabbed by the one you love most? Betrayed and don't know how you're supposed to cope? Well, turn off that song by the second coming of the Black Parade and hit replay on last weekend's LEC. Because Fnatic's match against G2 might just be the cure you need. The game was a bloody banger. Like literally the game was a bloodbath. It had everything: solo kills, non-stop team fighting, a super long pause, and a surprise Fnatic win, beating former franchise AD carry Rekkles.
1v3 in the backline. Looks like Fnatic's gonna take this game in 28 minutes. And I cannot believe it, but Fnatic coming back for revenge. They are certainly look like a
In a match I can only assume to be cathartic to the team, Fnatic let the memes fly following the win. Not even infamously nice guy Bwipo could go without one friendly jab at his former teammate, especially after his massive carry performance on Polybear.
I mean, during the pause, the only thing I could think about is how I snapped Rekkles' neck. Like,
With the LCK and LPL now on break for the Lunar New Year, let's take a look at the global standings. Starting off in NA, 100 Thieves and Cloud9 are tied for first after going undefeated last weekend. Fnatic find themselves one win behind G2 in the standings after beating their longtime rivals. EDG are still undefeated after 5 weeks of play, while FPX sees sole possession of second after beating Top Esports. And over in the LCK, T1 climbed up to 5th place after their 2 wins versus Nongshim Red Force and Fredit Brion last week. I'm Frankie Ward, and that's been this week's episode of the Weekly Riff Review. Don't forget to follow LoL Esports on Twitter, where you can let me know the first game you watched Faker play. My first Faker time was World Quarterfinals at Wembley in 2015. In person. No less? Well, I'm going to flex on you anymore because it's time for me to go, but before I do, have a wonderful, happy Lunar New Year. See you next week. Oh! I heard that that the LEC band might be looking for new members, so I audition.